Why peace? The world will tell you this is what the world needs, this is what the world needs, this is what the world needs. But 7 billion people on the face of this earth are crying out for one thing and one thing alone, and that is peace. And peace is not the absence of war. I travel not because I like to travel. I travel so I can say this. What you're looking for is inside of you, and you should be in peace.
Rawat has been traveling for 40 years, inspiring people around the world to find peace within.
Buenos dias, shalom, buongiorno, guten tag, bonsoir Montreal. I go and I talk to people, and I present them with the possibility of themselves discover the peace that lies within you. A question needs to be asked, that whatever may be happening in my life at any given time, in the time of joy, in the time of pain, in the time of pleasure, in the time of suffering, whatever is happening, is it bringing me closer to me? Because if it isn't, and it's removing me from myself, removing me from myself, then something is drastically wrong. Drastically. Now, I know for a lot of people this becomes a very serious subject, because there is always that question, who am I? Who are you? And even though a lot of people have thought about that question, there isn't a certainty of an answer. Nobody has got it pegged. Oh yeah, that's what I am. Because everybody gets their information. Some people go read books, some people have discussions, some people follow this, some people follow that. And I'm not here to try to present to you another path, another way, another idea, another philosophy. I'm really here to tell you, you're alive. So, let's just try to understand what it means to be alive. You know, the water vaporizes, comes out of the ocean, becomes a vapor, becomes a cloud. It rains. Some places as snow, some places when it rains, drenches through the soil. And the source of many, many lakes, many, many rivers is a drop. I mean, the water just goes through its percolation process or whatever it's going to go through, and it emerges as a drop, and then for whatever, wherever it's dropping from, however the height is, it begins, and it drops, and then it merges with the water, and that's it. That's it. It becomes indistinguishable. You cannot now distinguish this drop. This drop is only a drop. Insofar, it begins its journey as this solitary little mass of water, and it falls, and it hits the water, and that's it. It becomes indistinguishable from the rest of the water. That's a drop. That's the journey. Blah, bloop. You see, we read this, oh, life is a journey. You've read that. You've heard that. Of course, they didn't tell you how long. Blah, bloop. Fini. Just a mass of water now. Drop is gone. But insofar it is a drop, it is in this world unto itself. Even though it came from the ocean, which at 71 point something trillion gallons just in the Pacific Ocean, God knows how many drops that would be. And it made this incredible journey. And then it emerged as a drop. And when it was a drop, it was individual. And it was beautiful. And no two drops are alike. And it could shine with the sun. It could take the light and it could pass it through. That drop is you and I. So when I say you are alive, I am saying something so precious, so beautiful, so simple, that you really have to look at it for what it is worth. And it is worth everything. It is worth your existence. It is worth all your aspirations, all your dreams are in that. And what do you truly aspire for? Living your life consciously is the most fun a human being can have on this earth. Confusion is the worst nightmare, because all it does is spirals you more and more and more and more and more, up till the point that you've lost your clarity, your understanding, and indeed yourself. Now, friends, I'm talking about making the choice. And the choice is clarity over confusion. And a lot of people go, well, it's not that easy. Why? Why? How does it begin? It begins by simply understanding what that blessing is. To be alive. Alive. It begins from that. It begins from that you are alive. That's the magic. That's your reality. There's a beautiful song written by one of the Sufi poets that says, this is a meeting of a few days. This is a meeting of a few days, and there is going to be a very long absence after that. There's going to be a very long separation after that. Think about it. That's how it is. I was watching a documentary a few days ago, and this person, I guess they lost everything. And that's what they were saying. I lost everything. I'm destroyed. And I just looked at that person and said, you look pretty together for being destroyed. Look pretty intact. Because that's how it is. Everything becomes conditional. My progress is based upon the markers that are laid out by this world, not by me, not by my understanding. And that is the fundamental change that needs to happen if you're going to find yourself. The scales have to change. That you are the source of joy. That the God that you look for is within you. That the peace that you need is not the world peace, but the peace within yourself. That the truth is not at the bottom of the ocean or top of a mountain, but within your own heart. Every day has to be lived consciously. This I say to you from my own experience. Every day, fulfillment needs to be felt. This I say to you from my own experience. And everything that gets in the way of that is a major distraction. And every day one has to try not to have the distractions in the way. Every day. And people, I'm sure, when they hear that, every day, oh my God, I thought peace was this one thing you just kind of felt one day and then you were good to go. Why do you want to feel peace? Why do you want to feel peace in your life? Because it's a nice thing? If it is, then don't you want to feel it every day? Indeed, every moment that is possible. This is how it can be. And this is how it should be. Everything else is a compromise. It's a compromise. If you don't see your heart, if you don't see the divine in you, if you don't see your strength, if you don't see the blessing that this breath is, that is because you are so far away. So far away. Can't see it. Come closer. Come closer to yourself. And you too will see what I am talking about. There is a heart. There is a blessing. There is a recognition. There is an understanding. There is a value. There is a feeling. There is a thirst. A lot of people say to me, Raji, I don't feel the thirst. If you don't feel the thirst, it's because you're so far away. Come closer to yourself. If you don't feel that want to be fulfilled in this life, then that is because you are so far away. Come closer to yourself. The closer you come, the more clear it will become to you. One of the things that has always been said is to have the heart of a child. Heart of a child. That's why it is talked about, because a child is so close to themselves. Do you know that? Maybe you've never thought about it that way. But a child is not distanced from their own self. So close. People still ask, why am I here? And I'm like, well, what do you think? Could it be? When there is such a thirst to be content, could it be just to be content? To be in peace, to be in joy? To be in that tranquility, to be in that serenity, to be in that beauty, to be thankful? Could it? Does it feel good to have a heart full? Does it feel good to have a heart full that is drenched in gratitude? Thank you. That's what comes out. Thank you. Thank you for this life. Thank you for this breath. Thank you for this existence. Because, my friends, the journey of the drop is afoot. You are the drop. And quoting Kabir one more time, there is a drop in the ocean everyone knows, but there is an ocean in the drop. No ordinary drop. There is an ocean in the drop only a few know. Forget the few. Forget the few. Do you know? Because if you don't, you should find out that there is an ocean in this drop. The journey is afoot. And that's it. Shine. Be that drop that is full of an ocean. That's who you are. Don't you want to come close to yourself? Marvelous. An ocean in the drop. That's your fulfillment. That's your contentment. That's your journey. That's your life. Be that drop from that point till it hits the water. The rest is very simple. When there can be that admiration for the self, the rest is very